Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, everyone. I'm Shambly Ferguson. I'm playing Sherlock Holmes.
And I'm Mike Conley, and I'm playing Dr. Watson.
I guess we should start probably up on what I'm calling the office. This is his desk, where basically he does all of his chemical experiments. There's a lot of action right around here. The coat rack, coats and hats coming and going throughout the entire show. He's got these big chunks of narration that kind of stand alone. And how many of those do you do, Michael?
7.
There's 7. And so those things are actually the glue that kind of puts every scene together. And there's nobody out there helping him. He's all on his own. He's completely out there with no strings attached. So that's a huge burden, I think. That's remarkable.
That's fear factor.
Fear factor.
And of course, the nightmare early on in the process, especially like in the first 2 or 3 previews, is that you'll either go completely blank and not know where you really are in the story, or you'll start the wrong narration, and which would be equally as embarrassing.
I, on the other hand, feel like I have moments where I am all alone on stage with my fellow actors on stage, because I have so much exposition or background of the story, especially in Act 1. There's so much setting up, explaining via you, through you to the audience what is taking place and what the background of the story is, and that's a lot.
And you also have those extended Holmes moments where you deduce from evidence that no other human being could put together.
Exactly.
Exactly.
The only person
what
on
the
the planet
situation is and what's really going on, and that's just remarkable.
Yeah.
That's remarkable. These are the vomitory steps. They are literally the narrowest vomitory. It's the narrowest vomitory I've ever worked in 40 years. We've got props storage here, some costume storage for quick changes, and then we oftentimes move. We may exit in the stage right bomb, cross through, then we get here to our stage left, and again we have prop storage here. And you can see that Clifton, the lighting designer, has also used the vomitoria for lighting instrument placement.
It's kind of interesting too about down here is that after each show, the AdPac invited the cast and crew to come down and sign the walls, so you can see that cast members from previous shows sign their names on the wall. So if you go down this side of the hall, the entire side of the wall is covered with names. But it does feel like old Roman catacombs to me. There's just no bones pressed into the concrete yet.
Here's our little home. This is one of the nicest dress rooms in the country in the Lord Theater, without a doubt. And this is one of the reasons why it is. Let me take you into the inner sanctum. Every dress room, your own individual bathroom, shower. And you can see it's a wet room. You can shower in here and not be worried about things. There's plenty of storage as well, which is kind of unusual for a Lord dressing room.
Honestly, I have not seen the BBC one episode. I have not seen any of the movie versions with Jude Law and Martin Downey. Is that who it is? Robert Downey. And I have not seen the Lucy Law Elementary. So I haven't seen any of them.
I'm a total new Sherlock Holmes junkie. So I've seen all of them until I got cast in this one. I stopped watching them and just DVR'd them. Because I didn't want to become slavishly enwrapped of them. But the new ones. And when I was a kid, I read them because my dad put them on my in my hand. And I do remember the Basil Rathbone, Nigel Bruce movies from my childhood, especially on black and white TV. So that's all stuff that's floating around. And I'm sure that other people, as soon as you say Sherlock Holmes, they have a very clear image of who that person is.
Yeah, of what their image of that person is.
Yeah, exactly.